Every culture has its own set of urban legends and scary stories. Though few take these stories seriously, in Japan, some of these stories have such real-life bearing that they may be the scariest of them all. So on your next trip to Japan, here's some tips to make sure you'll be prepared. Tip 1. Beware good-looking women in medicine masks. It is said that a woman who seems to be beautiful but wearing a mask will approach you and ask you if she is beautiful. If you give her a yes or no answer, she will chase you down and cut your mouth to match hers. It is said you must confuse her to escape her, often by telling her she's only average looking. The story also has roots in ancient Japan, where it is said a vain samurai's wife angered him to the point he slashed her mouth open to destroy her beauty. Tip number 2. When using the toilet in Japan, it is extremely important to be wary. Perhaps one of the best-known urban legends of Japan is Toire no Hanako-san. Hanako-san is said to haunt the toilets of Japanese schools, and if you go to the bathroom alone, she is said to be waiting to scare you. To be the ghost of a schoolgirl who committed suicide after being bullied. A similar toilet story exists with the preface of choosing between red and blue. A voice, or sometimes a man in a red cape, will ask what you like: red paper or cape, or blue paper or cape. Depending on your preference, you will die in one of two ways. Choosing red means dying by decapitation or something equally gory. Choosing blue means strangulation. If you make up a third color, white hands will come out of the floor and drag you to hell. So the best option is to just run away. Tip number 3. Don't trust women if you can't see their lower half. The spirit Teke Teke wanders the countryside of Japan and also haunts the schools of Japan. She was supposedly once a young schoolgirl who died in a train accident in which her legs were ripped off. Now, if she approaches you and you're not fast enough to get away, she will use a scythe to chop off your legs and make you just like her. Tip number 4. Don't go near bodies of water alone, especially after you've eaten cucumbers. The snake woman is said to lurk on beaches. The stories of her appearance vary, but supposedly she has the face of a woman, but the body of a snake. She often pretends to be a swimmer drowning offshore, but when someone comes to save her, she grabs them with clawed hands and drags them into the depths. It is also said that once she has her sights set on you, it is almost impossible to get away from her, as she is extremely fast. Another legend is that of the kappa, a frog-turtle mix demon. Never ever go near the water after eating cucumbers, as that is the most favored snack of the kappa demon. They are said to be guilty of snatching up those who wander rivers alone and dragging them to the bottom of the river to drown them and eat their insides. To prevent a kappa attack, write your family name on a cucumber and toss it into the river. To stave off a kappa attack, trick them into bowing or standing on their head. The plate-like formation on their head contains water that gives them their power. If they spill the water, you can escape. Tip number 5. Be sensitive to stretch marks, and I mean for your sake. Rokurokubi are said to be normal people who are now cursed with necks that grow longer at night. It's said that their necks grow so their heads can prowl the surrounding area looking for life energy to suck. Often, they are beautiful women who specifically target men. During the daytime, they look exactly like normal humans, except for the strange white stretch marks on their necks. Tip number 6. One last word to the wise. When in doubt, get the hell out. We all know what happens to the well-meaning moron that lets their curiosity get the better of them. They usually die, horribly and painfully. So when in Japan, stay on your toes, because you never know what could be lurking in the bathroom, or the water, or the newfound friend that could introduce you to a whole new realm of trouble.